Welcome back to the Freemausem Sea, and we're today making our way to Austria or to Vienna. Well, not exactly today, more like tomorrow, because today is work day. We need to get a video out. So I'll be searching the area for Wi-Fi and electricity. Our options are Shell gas station, McDonald's, and maybe Starbucks. Our first try will be McDonald's, if they maybe give us good Wi-Fi for an alibi coffee. I yesterday hung out with these bikers. They were really nice. They gave me some hospitality. I had some nice pills, which is nice as we're close to Pilsen, the town of beer, and here they are. Right. I was chilling with this little group yesterday. They were nice. They gave me some of their food. We had a good time, even though we didn't speak each other's language, and it was nice having some conversations about like the bikes of the Czech Republic, because they have like a lot of old special bikes from when they were still part of the East Bloc. And I talked to this one Harley rider who had a big road light with like the speakers and everything. And he let me sit on his bike for a moment, and I was allowed to turn on the stereo, which was so cool. And I get the idea of these bikes. They're really nice. And having the big stereo is like such peak antisocial behavior, but I would like love to have that and ride with that through the city while listening to Lana Del Rey or some shit. Like, really cool. So almost at our first option, the local McDonald's. I hope that works, because most of the time they only have one electrical socket that is for their own maintenance, and we're there quite early, so we probably can secure that electrical socket and then use it the whole day. Shit, the McDonald's is in a big mall. That's always not ideal, because we're mainly looking for a good work environment, you know? Fuck, we also apparently have to pay for parking. That's not ideal. Let's see if we have another option. This is shit. This one is 7 minutes away. Let's try this one instead. Okay. That was not how you're supposed to do that. In general, we had a few close calls the last few days. We had an old man on a mobility scooter on a cross-country road, mid-turn in the opposite lane. We almost hit a deer, and now we just had someone really uncarefully merging. If now this doesn't work, our next stop would be the Shell gas station, because sometimes they have a little bistro, and the bistro has electrical sockets at every place and has mediocre Wi-Fi. But for upload we can also just go somewhere else then, I guess. But the Shell gas stations are not as common with the electrical sockets and the internet, and but therefore the pressure to buy something is not that big. Like, they let you stay for quite some time. I'd say it like that. With McDonald's, my caffeine consumption has been going up to justify me using the Wi-Fi. I don't want to get any food from there, because like the price for the food is almost a full tank of gas. This is a proper one, but it's close to a lot of like commercial centers, so we will probably be very busy. And I hate editing with screaming kids, so let's go. So after editing forever and taking super long to upload the video, I'm now here at 2 in the morning. This feels scary. We're the only people in the camping ground. The only people here I've talked was the man with the Harley over there that is gone, and the bikers over there. This camping ground is out of season. The lights on. It feels a bit spookier than wild camping, you know, because with wild camping, at least you get security through anonymity, through no one knowing that you're there. But my tent has been standing here the whole day. So people who drove past this camping ground have seen there's a lonely tent standing here. I don't like that. Also, like, driving through the spooky road all the way here made me a bit unrelaxed and tense. So let's get in bed. Get inside. Well, that's the perfect moment for my batteries to die in this little shitty thing. This would have been my light. Let's get to sleep then.
Lately I've been staring at the dark. Turn my inner demons into art. Struggle with the pain inside my heart. Wish I didn't care about what they say. What you want to say, 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 what you want to say. You want to say, you want to say, you want to say what you want to say.
So, I've sadly slept like absolute shit, but we need to maintain the bike, need to do the chain, need to put back in the ABS fuse. So let's go. I can only do the chain right here because the tires make the bike so high that the center stand doesn't work anymore, except if there's some additional lift. So after the cleaning part is done, let's apply some new oil. So after taking the bike off road yesterday, we need to put back in the ABS fuse so that we have good road safety again. So we're now finally back properly on the road, and yeah, editing yesterday at McDonald's was so shit. Like, that did not work well. I mean, the editing itself was fine, but I was like finished at 5 or 6, and then the Wi-Fi was so bad that I had to wait until 2 in the morning until I could leave. So I was late up today in the morning, and it's almost 12. Late on the road. Yeah. Also, the camping ground wasn't the greatest. I was completely alone there, and the toilets weren't open, the showers weren't open, like nothing. That made it a bit tough, but in the end we were fine, and we managed to get a night of sleep. And today's goal is hopefully Vienna. Why Vienna? Because I slowly am able to guess how far I will come with the amount of money and time I have. And I want to spend more time in countries like Croatia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, and Albania, Greece, and Romania on this trip than making our way slowly through the Czech Republic and Austria, because I don't want to offend any one of these countries, but those countries, even though they're very different from Germany, kind of feel like Germany plus. So, I mean, they're different in ways, but still, also like for making the videos and landscape-wise, I think there's a lot more interesting stuff there, even though, of course, there's also a lot of interesting stuff here, but I want to focus on that. Yeah, and I don't know if we will make it today to Vienna, because me going to Vienna depends on one fact. I have a friend that it's like on the base of we can rely on each other, but we only talk to each other every 5 years or something. And he lives in Vienna, and I will give him a call and see if I have a place to stay. So let's pull over at the next opportunity to do that. So, I did not reach my friend. Let's try it later again. I was currently in the process of making my way across the Czech Republic when I came across this little scrapyard. Seems to be a lot of like old military stuff. You have an old tank there, you have military transporters, but to be honest, the wildest thing is this plane. Isn't this super cool? Like, I'm not a huge military fan, but like, the plane is very cool. I would love to own a plane like that and to like fly across the globe and then land on some like dirt road somewhere in the middle of nowhere in Australia and then fly over Asia to South Africa or something. With a plane like that, that must be so cool. So let's get back on the way to Vienna. So we're getting closer and closer to the Austrian border. The way here was a bit more difficult than I expected. It was a lot more country roads than Autobahn and loads of windy roads, which usually is nice, but if you want to get some kilometers done, can sometimes, especially when it's unexpected. Also on the way, a wasp flew into my shirt and stung me like all over my upper chest. And I have so many stings of that thing that I was worried for a second that I have an allergic reaction, but I'm all good. Yeah, we still need to get the vignette for Austria, because Austria doesn't have toll booths, so we need to still figure that out. And I once already went through Austria and forgot to buy it and was lucky that time. I still need to figure out how it works. So I've set up the last gas station in front of the border, and yeah, let's see. Let's get our vignette. So I can't wait to get to Vienna. I reached my friend and he currently has family over, so we'll go for a coffee. And I looked at the hostels, and there are some cheap hostels for 22 bucks in Vienna, which is really alright, and gives me the opportunity to cook for myself, warm up a bit, and do everything properly after having to edit at McDonald's. Yeah, today it's a bit colder than you would expect. Like, I'm actually freezing all the time on the motorbike and have already a hoodie on, and also warm underwear on my upper body, because mainly my upper body is freezing. My legs are fine. We're by now so close to Austria that they maybe also speak some German, which would be cool. So let's go. So it's mandatory that you put these on a place that cannot easily be replaced on the motorbike. For example, the tank, like not on the front, whatever, because you can easily take these off. I mean, you can also easily take off the tank, but like how laws are made, you know. So I will put it on the tank, exactly on that shitty spot where my pants destroyed the tank, because then the thing will slowly get peeled off by my pants anyway. Fuck, is that disgusting. Why did we have to do that? So we should cross the border now any minute. Oh, I thought this was more relaxed. This looks like full-on customs. Fuck. Okay, all good. They just let me through. I always, when I encounter police or border control or any kind of personnel like that, flip down my camera for a short moment because it avoids a lot of trouble. So we made it. We're in our next country. We're in Austria. We still have 1 hour 44 to Vienna. So let's go. So now I've gotten some gas and we still have 120 kilometers to go. The sun is gone, it's cold, and I've booked a hostel for 22 bucks in Vienna. And yeah, I'm just going to chug away at the last 120 kilometers now and full throttle to Vienna.